when you really think about it, self-doubt makes no sense at all. Like, no sense. First of all, where is these thoughts coming from? I want to succeed. I want to win. Like, I want this for myself. Like, I want to be better at drawing. I want to be better at making music. I want to be better at singing. I want to be better in life. I want to be better. So why is there a voice in my head that says I can't do this? Who is this person saying I can't do this? Like, who really is giving me these bad thoughts, these this all this self doubt, all of this self doubt? Is it like programmed somewhere into my subconscious now that I don't have confidence in what I can do? Maybe it's like because of past experiences, or I really don't want to get hurt, so my brain is trying to dissuade me from dissuade or trying to persuade me not to take risks. Practicing isn't fun, so it wants to have fun, so it tells me we shouldn't practice. It doesn't make sense. Like, even making videos, bro, sometimes I want to talk about something that I know makes sense in my heart. It makes sense, and my brain would be like, oh, nobody wants to see that, bro. Nobody cares about that. It's not, that's not a good idea. And then I ask my brain, okay, what's a good idea then? Crickets, bro. I don't, it doesn't know. Like, talk TikTok about this. I be using TikTok a little bit more. Just a little bit, a little bit. Like, this girl was saying something I didn't really think about before. She was saying, basically my brain can only see a few ways things can go, like a few possibilities. Doctor Strange could see infinite possibilities. Like, my brain can only come up with a few, because like creativity or what it believes how the world goes. So my brain is telling me, oh, you'll practice, but you won't get better. That's like one reality that my brain can perceive, but that's not how it'll go. Like, my brain is wrong. I'm not, what's the word? Not omnipotent, omnipresent. I'm not the smartest man alive. I'm not that wise, bro. I'm not that smart. Am I smarter than a third grader? Maybe. That's them questions be a little hard. A little like, wow, I was in high school when I learned this. Those kind of questions. But yeah, like, your brain can only think of the negative ways things can go. But that's not the only way things can go. That's what you gotta tell yourself too. Like, your brain is telling you people might not like it, but you feel insecure about it, or whatever the case is. So you think people might not like it, but that's just one way that it could be seen as. Your video could be your video, your painting, or you're drawing your song. What you do can completely change somebody's life. Even if it's just one person, you completely change your life. And that's powerful. And you're denying yourself that possibility by believing that everybody's gonna hate this video. Because that's not true. Everybody doesn't feel the same about everything. Even though social media might have people writing trends like, oh, I don't like this movie. And you see somebody, you like the movie, but you see somebody that you respect, or like a celebrity, saying they don't like the movie or they don't like the show. So you all of a sudden you just hate the show because of what they said. A lot of sheep mentality around the place. But that's not how real life is. That's not how reality is. Like, we all have independent thoughts. We all have been raised in independent situations. So what your voice is telling you, what your doubts are telling you, that's not how life is gonna go 100% of the time. Like, I'm telling you, all of this to say, your brain is not true all the time. Like, it just be lying. I don't know why your greatest enemy is yourself. That doesn't make sense. It's some real introspective monk type stuff, bro. To conquer life is to conquer self type stuff. And that's facts. I mean, if you could really change your habits in a way that aligns 100% with your goals, I'm pretty sure you'll crush it. But we're all imperfect humans We all make mistakes. We all want to procrastinate. We all want to do this and that. And we all have doubts, like we're talking about right now. We all doubt ourselves. We all hesitate when we don't need to. The book was Don't Believe Everything You Think by Joseph Nguyen. I think that's how you pronounce the man's name. Nguyen. Nguyen. In this book, he was suggesting that all of these thoughts are like, as I said before, the reason for your pain. So thinking in general is a bad idea. So you think, I know you're thinking about me talking about not thinking. Like, how do you do that? Like, how can you really just turn your brain off? And that's kind of the goal of meditation in a way, to focus, not turn your brain off, to not, the goal of meditation is to not turn your brain off, but to bring your attention off of your thoughts to your body or like your breath. So you can realize you're not your thoughts in that kind of way. I don't know if that's the only way, like mindfulness, that said that you're not your thoughts. Like you're an observer of your thoughts. Like what you're thinking and who you really are aren't the same person, which is wild to think about once you first hear it. But it all comes to this self doubt. It all comes back into this self doubt talk. Like the voices, the thoughts aren't really you. They aren't. They're an opinion based on what you know, like your knowledge. Like you put all this knowledge, all your life into a machine, and your machine is feeding you back information about the situation, like about how to help you. It's trying to solve problems, but some problems just, like some things aren't worth thinking about. You know, some things are really out of your control. So trying to solve those problems when it's really out of your control, it'll just fill your brain with a lot of nonsense overthinking. And self doubt is one of that nonsense overthinking. You know, it's trying to keep you small, keep you in the box, keep you in the bubble, so you won't take risks, you won't try to push yourself the extra mile, you won't do something outside your comfort zone because you might get hurt. It might be a negative experience. We have to accept that. Once we take those risks, get out of our comfort zone, it might be uncomfortable outside, like forever. Like it could be a bad decision, but it could also be a great decision, if you see what I mean. Like there's two sides to this coin. Yeah, it's heads and tails. I don't got a coin. A mosquito nail try to dead me. Yeah. What the hell? I be editing up me fighting all these mosquitoes, bro. They be out. They be out here shisty. So I said that to say this. Like I am trying to understand more about not thinking, and instead of thinking, it's telling you like there's a difference. The book is telling you, instead of thinking, the book is telling you trust your thoughts, not your thinking. Like thoughts are like an organic thing, like very spontaneous ideas. Your thoughts are like spontaneous ideas. Like they come because there's a whole lot of spirituality stuff saying, oh, you're connected to the source, like, or God, and God is the giver of unlimited creativity. So you, so it's like you're connected to the source, and the source is trying to like guide you into where your life should go. So listening to that voice, I guess that could be the voice of God when I'm thinking about it in that context now. But like listening to that voice or like your original thoughts, not all those random negative self-talk that you give yourself. Listening to that voice will lead you into better circumstances, or like you'll be happier following that voice. So it was saying like when you're thinking and you're feeling sad or depressed, you have to understand that that's thinking, not your thoughts. Like that's your brain telling you nonsense, and you shouldn't listen to that. You should try to understand that your brain is really just saying nonsense right now. It was basically like welcome it, like listen to what it's saying. Your thinking wants to be acknowledged, but understand it is not true. Understand it is not true, and these negative thoughts only have power over you if you believe them. Then to look for a truth in these negative thoughts, because all thoughts have some kind of truth that you need to appreciate, not appreciate, you need to acknowledge that it's trying, like its brain is trying to tell you something, and it's a truth that you need to acknowledge. And then appreciate your thinking and let it go. It doesn't hold power over you. That's what it's saying, basically. I have to cut it off. It sounds nice, but it's very hard to do on a day-to-day basis, especially if you're used to overthinking and trying to reason things out and fighting with your mind. Letting go like that is very hard. Like letting go of your doubts is very hard in any fashion. Like this is just one way. People recommend journaling, people recommend meditation to kind of increase mindfulness, but it's very hard to not listen to what's in your head all the time. You can't mute it, you know, so but it is possible. As I'm saying, sometimes you have to fight your own self to get to you have sometimes you have to fight yourself to get to the bag. It's wild. You gotta fight your doubts. I don't know who I don't know why you don't believe that you can do it as much as you should. Or because it's you, like you know what you can do for real. Like you are full control of what you can do. So you should have more faith in yourself to be able to work harder or work enough to accomplish what you want to accomplish. And I don't know why our brains are programmed or what's going on to have you not so confident in yourself. But sometimes you gotta just push through the uncomfortability. You have sometimes you have to just push through how uncomfortable things are. Push through your brain even telling you that this is a bad idea. I feel like that a lot of times when making my videos. Like what I'm saying isn't worth hearing, and it's sad. I don't know why my brain is doing that to me. When I'm seeing in the comments that my voice, no, when I'm seeing in the comments that my words are impacting people, and they do appreciate, and listen, they do like what I'm saying, to even subscribe and like. So like and subscribe. Thank you. It really helps a lot. But yeah, I guess this is the end of my little rant. Peace and love.